Okay. So, I'm going to give people a couple of minutes to get in here because we only do replays when there is a chase that is worthy of it. And this morning here in Los Angeles, we've been in a drought of police chases. We had one occur at 4:40 a.m. I'm just waking up here in Los Angeles, so obviously 4:47 wasn't awake for that one. This will be a police chase replay for those of you joining us, and I haven't watched it, but what I've been told is this is a 5-star chase, borderline 6-star chase, but there were no tanks involved, so we have to go with a 5 maximum. And I don't want to hear that any of you watched it. This was on at 4:45 a.m. None of you were awake. None of us were awake here in Los Angeles, so I haven't seen it. We're going to now watch said chase. Again, this originated at 4th and Rose in Venice. If anyone has ever been over there, that is like the prime area. And it started off with the want is an assault with a deadly weapon because this person in this van was repeatedly backing into police vehicles at this hour. So, this is going to be a 5-star chase. Viewer discretion is advised, of course. If you didn't see it, again, I'm going to have to repeat myself a couple of times because we have people just joining us. But this is a replay of a chase that occurred at 4:45 a.m. this morning. And let's go. KTLA is on the call. 4th and Rose. Anyone's ever been down here? There's a restaurant called American Beauty, I think.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
some
She's right near West LA Station. Let me get around this tree. What
started
we haven't
by
seen in this
American Beauty
pursuit
Restaurant. Again,
is
no
she's
one's.
not trying to get away, which is crazy. I mean, all of pursuit
What's
you
up,
see,
everyone?
they're running from the
Welcome
cops.
in.
She's going
You can
towards
get a
the
birthday
cops.
shout out, of
That's
course,
what
Meat
makes this
Man.
thing obviously
I
so
hope there's
dangerous.
plenty of
Now, she's
meat in
stopped
your
in the middle of
birthday.
the street. We're at like a half a block away from the old West LA police station.
Peace, Smitty.
The
Appreciate you.
Court
Welcome in.
complex here.
Different
And
hours
the black
here.
and white
Just
is set
waking
up
up here
about
in
a
Los
half a block
Angeles.
south of her in the middle of the street.
We're watching the
We're going to
one
stay on
from
the
this morning
driver's
right
side here
now.
so we can watch her, see what's happening. Those black and whites just a half a block away.
It says
And
replay on the screen, people.
whether
It
this is
doesn't
going
need
to
to
be a
be anymore.
standoff now, are they going to get some black and whites on the north side of her and try to
Yeah,
catch her?
very
That would
popular
be the next
area,
move. But
4th and Rose. I think they're picking this up by the West LA
spike
police
strip, and
station.
she stays in the same
The
area.
choppers
Where is
didn't
she?
get there
Is
until
that a male or
she
female? I
had
can't
made her
tell.
way east to West
Looks
LA.
like a
But
male now. I think you're right. They mentioned it. What is it, Gil? Yeah, Gil says, yeah, could be a female.
what's up,
Let me,
everybody?
flip them around here a little bit.
Great day to be at Tar Heel Vance.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
25 months? God
Just
damn.
one.
Yeah, we'll make it available via. I haven't watched it yet, so this is live to tape as far as I'm concerned. Some of us just waking up here. Some of us not awake at 4:45 to watch police chases. I apologize. So yes, this is a replay.
Under
The
the
last
tree.
time I'm going to say it, it's on the screen. Stop asking in the chat.
Well, if they could move a black and white and get real close to the vehicle, in fact, like they do those felony stops, they just need coordination. They just need
Dodge
time to
Charger,
coordinate.
indeed, as this
As long
person
as she
continuously
starts- as long
backs
as she
up
stays
into
in
the
that same
police
area, they
trying to
get those
ram
black and
them.
whites around her, prevent her from going anywhere. If she wants to crash another couple of cop cars, that's one thing. But at least they can.
Trying to pit.
Yeah.
Good luck pitting that rhinoceros of a Dodge Charger. Good
those-
luck.
Those.
Why 5 stars? Well, you're about to find out.
Before we work 15 Air 16s below us. Another pit maneuver. Yeah, they want to get her stopped. It's time to put this thing to an end, and they are going to do that.
Whipping around corners here. Santa Monica Boulevard. Thankfully, it was at a crazy hour so that no one was on the road just
Close to the
yet.
freeway, you're approaching the 405,
Wrong side of the road. No one on the street. Going through an intersection. That's the 405, I think.
Not to mention the assault with a deadly weapon. Yeah. Okay, northbound here, paralleling the freeway. Go ahead.
Getting onto the 405. 405 northbound. Right at the Wilshire Boulevard entrance, too. Right in the heart of it.
Guys are coming north through the Sepulveda Pass. Well, so we're north.
I can't believe they have
405
people,
approach,
they have helicopters that get up this
Sunset
early.
Boulevard, and we'll see. I think the weather's going to hold, so we'll be okay there.
I don't know how long the chase
Continue
goes.
Northbound, she's got still
That will spoil
four
the-
black and whites
the ending.
behind in kind of a loose tail. For a time, to get her to slow down, they had just were in a tracking mode where they turned off the lights just to see what she would do if she would slow down on her own. That didn't pan out too well, so they reinitiated the pursuit. They had the helicopter over all the time, and so now we're north 405 through Sepulveda Pass. TV5's on the
Northbound 405 headed over the hills. Anyone that's taken the 405 knows exactly where this is. Probably the most congested. No, I'd say the 110 is probably the most congested highway in America. Rush hour downtown. This is close though. We're bottlenecks into the Sepulveda Pass. Now Stu was late. Stu was late. We have a 5-star chase. It's assault with a deadly weapon.
West side of the 405. And you know what, guys? At least on the freeway, it's a little bit more controlled. It looks like, at least from our vantage point. So she's going in one direction. She's not trying to
Right.
crash
How much
into
better
you.
is the
Back
LA
to those
coverage
guys.
than the
Everybody's slowing down.
West
So what you
Sacramento
know,
coverage?
Just as I said, it was controlled.
We have
here.
professionals on this one.
Another pit on
And the
the
pit maneuver on the 405.
They just need one good hit and take this person out. Take the car out.
Side drafting that semi Dodge Charger. Another pit maneuver attempt. That's like 3 that we've seen so far. Pulling over to the side of the freeway.
She was on the side streets. 5 got you on the west side.
Problem is, even if you turn this vehicle around, it will not stall the engine at these speeds. And this rhinoceros, you ever seen that gif of the lion pride
We're gonna break the traffic north
trying to
on
bring
here
down
we have.
the hippo
Take this car out.
as it's running through the Serengeti? Whoa, that's a hard swerving pit maneuver. I think they're just trying to demolition derby this thing at this point.
19.
Oh no. I have been on the Cross Bronx Expressway plenty of times. There is,
Past
imagine a Cross Bronx that is twice as wide as the Cross Bronx with twice the traffic. Not even close.
Okay, thank you. I got you in sight. We're going to continue north here.
8 lanes.
What's that? Okay.
Oh! Oh my God! That was not a pit maneuver. That was demolition derby. And that's what you get. You turn him around. Now we're going wrong side of the 405
You heard that.
in the shoulder, going the wrong way as you get turned around again. Bro, that pit maneuver came in at like 30 miles an hour from the CHP. God damn.
She struck them. They were on foot. We don't know whether this started as a.
There were no brakes on that pit maneuver. You're supposed to hit the back left quarter panel and turn him around, and that was putting a cage fullback Mike Allstott style. Now she's just swerving around.
Just wait to see. Okay, now just move in on her. That's just move in. On her.
The pride is trying to bring her down, but how are you supposed to stop a vehicle of this size? You need spike strips.
She's going to crash into a couple of people.
And now there's traffic coming the other way on the 405. There are people doing 80, 90 miles an hour coming up from like the Long Beach area around that bend over there in the LAX. They're going to have to come to a complete stop. Hopefully they can see that there's red and blues ahead as well as a night sun, but there's people driving on the freeway. Just don't stop after doing 80 miles an hour. And now we're headed directly towards them all as we head through traffic. Wrong side of the 405.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Head on against traffic on the 405 northbound in the most congested part of it.
Well, I was just saying.
Knew this one would deliver. Oh my Lord in heaven, that's 75 miles an hour. Wrong side of the most busy freeway in America.
They got plenty of gas. They can follow her to.
Welcome to Los Angeles. One night sun on top of it. He's got a boom head-on collision there.
Yeah. I think they're going to continue just to try to box her in as soon as they can and see what it takes to do that. But
Always something
all right,
different
so
here
they're
in Los
says
Angeles.
she is at a high rate of speed southbound, approaching the Sunset. Well, it's not going to be the Sunset on ramp. She
Swerving
is
across
going
lanes
Sunset,
1
going
through 6,
under
the
bridge.
HOV lane. And these people all the way here at the bottom of the 405 have no clue what's going on. What are you supposed to do? There's no, all the CHP vehicles are at the other side. They can't go wrong side of the freeway. We're up to 80 miles an hour wrong side of the road. You need a rocket launcher to bring this person down.
Well, there's a couple of black and whites behind.
They have to
They
shut
said
down the
they're gonna
405,
really
which it
traffic block
appears
on the
that they've
northbound
done.
side, just right about Wilshire
Now
Boulevard.
there's no cars
So
left.
if she steps on it and tries to
So the
crash into that
CHP
group,
just
it's
gets
not gonna
everyone
go
off the
very far.
freeway,
Hopefully that's
shuts
not
down the
gonna
on-ramps
But,
so that,
they do have a couple of.
but
black
here's the
lights.
problem.
Got-
They've stopped traffic, and here she comes at 80, 90 miles an hour.
There it is.
Boom!
This is nuts.
Oh my God.
For Bergie, she said
And of course, the signal's all choppy.
the car. Okay, so she's still in the car. She's still in the van. The civilian got out, or not, there she is, in the tank top. We're gonna get closer to her.
Oh my
She had
God.
her hands up for a second. She's up on.
She's on top of the van.
Could be. It's a. Yeah, I think you're. Gail, get ready.
Now she's climbed the semi-Dodge Charger.
Well, viewer discretion advised here. Where they're going to either hit her with a taser.
She's
or-
going to get hit with something.
I don't think she's got anything, or the suspect has anything in their hands. Hands are up. They're going to take that person into custody here. Whether they're going to use a taser or not, hard to say. But yeah, at least the pursuit's over with. This is not even going to be a standoff. They're going to pull. Okay, good. They're pulling this person off in custody.
In custody.
Handcuffs are going on. They're going to jail. How many cars involved, boy?
In
At least
custody.
10 that we saw, and then, yeah, and then this. But you know what, Chris? They got out of the car on the. Exactly,
Code
but they
4.
got
Drop
to
your
both
fours
of
in
them.
the chat.
one on the black car.
Man.
They did get out. Yeah. So we think that's going to be okay. But we still have injured officers and some other injured folks that were driving. All right, cuffs are on. Suspects in custody. It's over with. The 405 is going to be a mess because you know what's going to happen. They've got to pull out.
This
all the
took
traffic
all morning to
investigators and
clear.
tape measurements and all that
They were
stuff. So
still,
405 northbound,
almost when I
we're gonna
woke
do
up,
it.
they were just reopening
Don't
it.
even try it. 405 northbound before or right at Sunset, a little bit south of Sunset is going to be a mess.
Right? That was worthy of the 5 stars, was it not? I don't tell lies. Fucking nuts, man. There's still 8 minutes of coverage left here. So, God, KTLA's chopper is really killing us with this feed. Yeah, I'll run it back for people that are stuck in the
I
ads
can
here in
move
just a
little bit
second.
We're moving it closer, but we still got 2 police helicopters down lower, so we kind of got to stay out of their way.
Give me, I think there's 60 seconds left in this ad break. Oh, less than that, 30 seconds.
5's out of 18.
We'll run it back once, but I mean, we don't know, I don't know what the condition is. I have to look up, I didn't want to get spoiled with the news, so I don't know what the condition of that person is that got hit head on at 89, 90 miles an hour. And I have a picture. Let's see if I can find it. Put it on the screen before we run it back. All right, they're out of the ad break. We'll run it back here in just a second, people. But here was your suspect as she's being put into custody right now. This was from Fox 11 a little bit later this morning. This is what was driving that vehicle. Zombie chase.
In the black and white. No, still still in the corner.
Always something different, man.
You know
Of
what?
course,
That
it
was a
originated
great-
in Venice.
Well, it was a great wrap-up. It's
Venice is
exactly
such a
what
beautiful part of the
happened.
country
key
too,
of
but
this is
there are some
how many- have
hours
you ever
where
seen
the
a
zombies
pursuit where
come
the
out.
suspect is actively chasing the uniformed officers in the black and
Crazy,
white.
right?
I've never seen
There's-
it. I've never seen it. And she was chasing everybody on the road. Not only the black and whites, but also the folks that she was driving up on and driving on the wrong side of the road. If they're going to do that, they're going to hit anybody. They don't care. So luckily, this thing ended before any more serious injury or damage or traffic accidents.
I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run it back for people that missed it.
This suspect is in custody. You can tell.
All right, here we go, people. In case you were in an ad or you're joining us late, here it is again. Wrong side of the road on the 405. You know what? I can try and pull up an ABC 7. I think they have it as well. They were a little late to this chase. They might have a better, more high quality camera on this because they usually do. But they stopped traffic, which is incredibly smart decision unless this person decides to turn around and do exactly what she did.
So if she steps on it and tries to crash into that group, it's not going to go very far. Hopefully that's not going to happen. But they do have a couple of black and whites behind her. They've got a complete traffic
Here it comes.
south of her, but there are no on-ramps between here
Look at
and
that.
there.
People trying to get out of the way and bang. She hit it at 40. According to the speedometer, she hit at 40 something miles an hour is when that happened. God, we've really had some horrendous timing with bad camera signals.
She's still in the van. The civilian got out.
So she just demolishes that silver Dodge Charger, took the brunt of it.
Closer to her. All right, she had her hands up for a second. She's up on the roof of the.
I'm going to pull up ABC 7, people, and we'll get a better replay here in a second.
It's a. Yeah, I think you're. Gil, get ready. Well, viewer discretion advised here. Where they're going to either hit her with a taser or we'll see what happens. I don't think she's got anything, or the suspect has anything in their hands. Hands are up.
KTLA article, according to BDB, says innocents weren't seriously injured.
Taser or not, hard to say. But yeah. At least
So yeah, let me give you guys the full report here. We have an ABC 7 follow-up.
They're going to pull. Okay, good. They're pulling this person off. In
Sorry, YouTube is.
Handcuffs are going on.
They're in. I told you they're in a war with people with ad blockers, and they're completely breaking the site today. I can barely navigate the site.
But you know what, Chris?
Okay,
they got out of the car on the. Exactly, but they got both of them. The one on the black car, they did get out. Yeah. So we think that's going to be okay. But we still have injured officers and some other injured.
Okay, here we go. Hold on.
If you're a business owner, then animated explainer videos are the best way to capture attention.
John, Rachel, Mark, I really want to stress how scary this pursuit was this morning. These people were on their way to work and school when this woman came onto oncoming traffic and crashed into them. Just behind me right there is the van that she was driving. It actually has Missouri license plates, and right next to it you can see that this gray sedan is just completely crushed. Now behind that sedan you might see a man in a Red Angel shirt. That's actually the semi-truck driver who was behind the wheel of the truck that woman had climbed on top of. We did speak to him. He only speaks Spanish, but he basically told us that he's fine, that material things can be replaced, and that the woman actually tried to get into the truck, and he obviously refused to open the door. But we know that this all actually started around 4:30 this morning. The officers responded to a radio call of a woman causing a disturbance, and she actually used her car to back into officers, and then 2 officers were injured over there. That's what led to this pursuit here on the 405.
God damn.
Now, we saw her speeding, we saw her dodging cars, going the wrong way on the 405 here near Brentwood in the northbound lanes, and we saw, like John mentioned earlier, at least 4 or 5 pit maneuvers by police throughout the morning. Now, for those watching who may not know what a pit maneuver is, it's basically when a police vehicle forces another vehicle to turn abruptly by hitting it. The driver, the woman, eventually crashed into multiple cars here, which is where we're standing. Finally stopped. Again, she climbed on top of that semi-truck, trying to get inside of of it. It looks like the police officers did not deploy a taser. They actually were able to grab her, pull her down, and arrest her. But again, obviously a really scary situation out here because this all started around 5 this morning. People were heading out the door. We know that at least 4 officers were injured. We're hearing minor injuries. At least one person here on scene transported to the hospital, but you can just see the aftermath. I want to toss to sound that we have from a man who was driving this crushed sedan. He's bleeding from his mouth. He's here on scene. Let's hear what he had to say. Well, describe to me what you saw in the van. Did you see?
Well, we don't know nothing. Like, we not see nothing.
I see you're bleeding here. Tell me about your injuries.
Well, just this bus again.
Did you see the driver get out of the van? Because you said this is her van right here, right?
Yeah.
So what did you see her do? Where did she climb and go to? Did she go over here or?
No, she went on top of the van. So that's all I see. I couldn't come out at the time. My door stopped.
Back out here live again. This is another look at the van the woman was driving. You can see just how violently, how hard she crashed into this car here where that Rudolph was driving. Again, a
Okay.
mess out here.
So that's the report following it. Here's the
Yeah, John, this
ABC
is a
7
wild
stream.
and dangerous high-speed pursuit. The van you see right there.
Oh, we got Rife on the call. Scott Rife on the call here for ABC. Here's a different angle of it.
405 freeway northbound. You see the night sun right there. There's no volume on the 405 north, so it's a smooth sailing, if you will, all the way up into the San Fernando Valley. But LAPD officers want to get this over with. This woman is driving erratically, and she appears to be driving in an extremely dangerous manner. Here they go once again. They're going to try and stop this. Boy, look at the way the van swerved to the right. Now they've got it spun out.
Wow.
If she continues, though, she's going to go head-on into the officers.
And do we know, Scott? We know a woman is
I think this
driving.
is a
Do we know, are there
glitch-free
any
stream.
passengers in the vehicle with her?
We don't
It's
believe
going to be
so.
really zoomed in. Look at these pit maneuvers,
We
man.
don't know for certain. It's hard to
These
tell
are
because you can't
crazy
get inside that van.
aggressive.
But she is
Oh, and her
soaring
fishtail.
right
I didn't even
now.
see that on the last one. Her fishtail hit
And
the
it's just spinning around in circles. It's a big van, though, and the patrol cars
Hit the
just
patrol
don't have
cars.
the weight or the mass to really stop this vehicle. But you can tell she's lost control of it. There's enough damage to the vehicle right now where she has lost control of that vehicle, and she can't really continue on. It looks like now they may be able to pin her and get her stuck, get her in between some of the patrol cars. But now she's going southbound in the northbound lanes of the 405. And look at all the patrol cars here that were headed northbound behind her. Now you can see those people just driving the freeway, headed right into this woman who's driving so erratically and so dangerously.
Oh, gosh.
I've never seen police act so aggressively to try and stop a driver like this, and you can see why. She's really putting lives at risk.
Yeah, she chased a patrol car, John and Rachel. She went after the patrol car with her vehicle. They had to try and get out of the way. And we understand, we believe 2 officers have been hurt. So when you have a woman who's right now is going to be looking at, charges of attempted murder on a police officer by trying to ram them with her vehicle.
Oh my
Now,
God.
once you see that, once
This
you
is
see
even
somebody
crazier
driving a vehicle
angle
and coming
because
around, this
you
is
can't
so
see what's
dangerous.
ahead of her
I don't know
from
if
this
you've seen it from
side angle. Oh my
because of the
God.
speed and because there's damage to that van.
Look at the
Oncoming
speed.
traffic, you're
And
looking at
this
about
does such a
4.4.
better job
And
of
the van is
comparison.
heading southbound, and we saw
and
earlier
how
that
terrifying
this
this must have
van
been.
just lost control. Oh boy, head on into that car.
Now going head on
You know,
into
we
another
hate to
one.
see this.
We saw
hate
that
to
one.
see innocent people get hurt, but we're looking at it right now. Such a difficult pursuit to stop
Right.
and to get around here on the 405. This is amazing. She is
I mean, they're
southbound
going
on the
so
shoulder
fast.
on the northbound lanes of the 405.
Sometimes it's hard to tell when there's
I think we're kind of,
a
West
baseline
Boulevard
view
or
as opposed to a
Sunset again here in
sideline
just a
view.
moment. And look at that, guys. I mean, swerving across all lanes, and she's lost some control of the vehicle. You can tell.
Yeah, we hope police. I'm actually surprised that.
Oh, and
traffic
she- I
hasn't
forgot
been
she was
stopped, but I know these
splitting-
things can just escalate so
splitting
quickly.
semi-trucks there.
Hopefully they can pause traffic because this is so dangerous.
Yeah, she's already hit one car head on. Scott, do we know how this started?
It's gonna. I bet the crash is gonna be crazy from this angle.
Not certain what the want was on this vehicle, but
It's coming up
nearly
here in a second.
impossible to stop all traffic on the 405 northbound. Now they've done that a little further south. I can see it out the window, so they're doing everything they can do to try and make this as safe as possible, but it's just so dangerous. So up ahead, you're going to see an area where there are no vehicles coming northbound on the 405, and then you're going to see a hole open up out of your shot. You're going to see where the freeway is shut down. It's going to be interesting to see push back in what she does.
Look at this camera work by Scott Rife.
That stopped group of traffic on the 405 north. Again, she's southbound.
Again,
at
such a
100
difference.
speed in a van that she's having a hard time controlling. Open up a little bit for me. and then you're going to see where the blockade is, if you will. There's the patrol car. There's
Here comes the
blockade.
blockade. Here it comes.
Boy, how dangerous
Here
is
it
this?
comes.
Oh my gosh, and it looked like
Oh my goodness, she's going to go head on into those vehicles.
Oh!
She decided to slam into them without even hitting the brakes. So we're going to have innocent people hurt. Oh my goodness. I can't
Oh, that person gets out of his car, Dodge Charger, limps
Yeah,
out of
one
there.
person get out of their vehicle.
2 vehicles at least hit head on,
Yeah.
it looks like.
People are going to be hurt here. This was such
She's
a
climbing out now, looks
devastating.
like, or somebody's climbing out.
Yeah, oh my goodness. This was such a dangerous pursuit. And now we see innocent people have been hurt. And we're going to try and re-rack some of that footage. But it's one of the craziest pursuits I've seen, with a vehicle spinning around in all sorts of directions, trying to get away from the police. Oh, there she is right there. She's up on top of the cab of that semi, and officers have their guns drawn. And boy, she is distraught. It looks like she may try and get inside one of the vehicles. Oh my goodness. You see, she's pointing at them like she had a weapon.
Right.
Obviously, if she had a weapon, they would open fire on her. But right now, they are working with someone probably.
If she had a weapon, she would have gotten lit up like Denzel Washington in Training Day right there, up against that windshield.
Ambulances are headed this way right now, and there they have her. But oh my goodness.
Wow.
What a dangerous pursuit. And sadly, it looks like innocent people are going to be hurt in this one.
I hope they're okay,
Man.
and I hope those ambulances can get there quickly and treat those other drivers. But wow.
Multiple drivers hit, 2 LAPD officers, we believe, injured as well. Boy, she did a lot of damage in a short period of time.
Sure did. This was probably one of the wildest ones I've seen too, Scott.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I told you. I told you. Any last questions, comments, concerns before we go? Just another day here in Los Angeles. Wild chase, right? Walking Dead. Yeah, I'll make it available VOD here in a couple of minutes. The one yesterday, I guess people want that one as well, even though it wasn't even close to a chase. Little lost for words. Can you blame me? Let me drop these stars back down. Okay. That was bananas. And that was at roughly 5 a.m. this morning. People commuting, going to work, going home late, and open roads, more importantly. It would almost have been maybe better that there was more traffic because she wouldn't have been able to pick up that head of steam, right? And the contact with the other cars would have been more at like 15, 20 miles an hour, and it wasn't head on at 50. I mean, there's such a difference there. But it's good to hear that. It sounds like people were not killed. Lord knows what their mental state is after that, let alone the injuries they suffered. But that's going to be the chase. Till next time, my friends.